When I decided to pursue my dreams and go live in Japan, I knew that I would be leaving behind everything that was familiar to me in Australia. That includes, most importantly, my family and friends. It's quite a bittersweet moment when you actually get on that plane and you think about what you're leaving behind. Today I'm with a friend who's come to visit me from Australia, and it just reminded me of how hard it was when I left to separate from these good friendships. We both spent time together as Japanese teachers, and today I thought I'd take my friend on the wonderful cat train. I thought you might also like to come along for the ride. This cat train is iconic in Wakayama, and it travels through some of Japan's most beautiful landscape, so I thought you might like to see some of the sights with us. I found it really hard to tell all my family and friends that I was moving to Japan because I was worried about how they would take my plans and whether they'd be supportive or against them. And I was met with a variety of different reactions. So today I wanted to talk about some of the different reactions I had to my news. For a long time I'd kept all my plans to myself and hadn't really shared any information with anyone. So when I first told people, there was a lot of disbelief and probably a bit of shock. On hearing the news, I think people thought it was a joke at first, but I was actually serious. By the way, today's video isn't sponsored, but I was very kindly gifted this beautiful Italian designed handbag from Teddy Blake. I have to say that it's beautifully constructed and there's so much attention to detail. They also told me that the leather is premium Italian leather. It's going to be really perfect for my trip today on the cat train. You might have noticed that we've been sitting on a strawberry themed train, but there are also a number of different other themed trains on this line, not just the cat theme. We're also going to ask at the station about where we can go strawberry picking.
飲んで
一番最後終点で降
り
りて、もしかしたらここいちご狩りができる。
そうですね、できるところを案内してもらえるかもしれないんですけど。わかりました。ありがとうございました。The day pass we bought is a hop-on, hop-off pass, so we're going to make a few stops, including a temple, a wood-fired pizza place, and finally the main event, which is to see the station master Tama, the cat that lives at the end of the line. The place we've come to today is called the Itakiso Jinja, and this shrine is a god of wood. The legend in Japanese mythology says that he covered the whole country with trees, and this shrine is surrounded by lots of trees. It's also believed that the action of going through the big tree fork would protect people against danger and bad luck. So back to my story about telling my friends and family that I would be leaving them. One of the things that I thought was important was to be open to that constructive criticism. So even though I was staying true to my vision, I needed to remain, open and refine my plans and my approach based on the different advice and feedback that I got from friends and family. I guess everyone has a different perspective, and they can offer some valuable insights and things that I needed to consider and perhaps look at alternative strategies and ideas. But it was also important for me to set some boundaries, and I really needed to establish boundaries with those that were wanting to discourage my aspirations. I know this isn't coming from a bad place. It's more of a place of concern for distance and communication. There's a fear among some friends that the distance will cause us to drift apart, and it led to concerns about maintaining the same level of closeness that we had. All of these fears are very valid, and I did understand why there might be some concern about me leaving. I also thought it was really important for me to reassure my friends and family that I'll still be there for them. It might just be in a different form. So we're just making a brief stop for lunch at St. Zephyr. It's an amazing little restaurant right in the middle of nowhere. It's on a pond called Oike, and they make some of the most beautiful wood-fired pizzas here.
What I really love about this spot is you can sit here and watch the cat train go backwards and forwards. Ninki ichiban? We ended up going for the chef's recommendation in both the pasta and the pizza. Interestingly, this whole area around the restaurant is filled with peach farms, and you might have seen on our way in there was some little peach buds just starting. So the peach season here is in June. So if you're ever planning to come here in June, you'll be able to purchase freshly picked peaches straight off the tree. And I must say, the peaches in Japan are deliciously sweet. I don't know what it is about the fruit here, but it's just so perfect. One of the things that made me really nervous was telling my children about my plans to go to Japan. And initially I might have told them something along the lines of, I'm going to go there for just a little bit to see how it's going. I don't think I fully explained the whole story to them, mostly because I was nervous about how they would react to that news. So I started to sort of plant the seed and give them the idea about what I was thinking. But naturally, my kids being my kids, they have known me their whole lives, and they have known about my love of Japan and my connection to Japan. They've both been on multiple trips with me to Japan, so they both had a good understanding about my passion and desire to want to go and live in Japan. And both of them were super supportive, and both of them really were on board with understanding my reasons why, and were encouraging me to go and do it. So apart from everything else, my children's blessing was the most important thing to me. It was important for me to be able to lead by example and show that if you're dedicated and persevere in what you want to do, that your dreams can come true. And as a mother, it was important for me to do that as well for my children.
Hello, pussycat!
So this cat is Nitama. He's the replacement for Tama, who sadly passed away. But due to the lack of passengers and financial resources, the Kishi station was an unmanned station, and it was really facing closure. And it all changed when Tama, a stray calico cat, started greeting passengers in lieu of staff, and he became the station master. The cat that is here today is called Nitama, and she is Tama's successor at Kishi station. Each night, Nitama goes home with the actual station master.
How cool is that?
Yeah. From here, we're going to head strawberry picking.
わかる。で、予約必要ないってこと
はい、もう行ってね、朝のね9時からやってるんで、
なんていうところですか？岸川。
岸川どこ、岸川いちご狩り園。
わかります。
料金ちょっとね安くなってます。
So not far from Kishi station, we found out we can go picking some strawberries, and it's right on their season now. I hear that they're going to be sweet and delicious. This is a real working farm, and you can eat as many as you can pick.
ありがとう。はい。すごいいい匂いするんですよね。向こうからなんかいちごの匂いがして。全然わかんないです。慣れてるのね。
So basically there's no time limit. You can stay as long as you want and eat as many strawberries as you want. The only thing is you can't take anything home with you, and I sort of understand why, because the strawberries are very, very ripe, and I don't know if they'll make it all the way home because the weather has warmed up quite a bit, and especially under these greenhouses it is quite a warm day. It's been so nice sharing this time and experience with a good friend who's made the effort to come all the way from Australia to visit me. This time together has also reminded me that when you share your dreams and hopes with friends, it's really good to seek support from like-minded individuals. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams, it really makes a huge difference.
Yay! Look at the red train.
Very cool.
Oh, it looks awesome.
If you can seek out mentors, friends, or communities that share similar goals or values as you, it's their encouragement and understanding that really bolsters your confidence and resolve to do what you want to do. So today, spending the day with my friend, I've been able to reflect on friendships and family, and I know that the people who you love and care about the most will be in your life, no matter where you live or where you are in the world. As I'm settling into my new house in Japan, I'm starting to think about the next adventure I can have from here, and I'm thinking about going camping. What do you think about this idea? Have you ever been camping in Japan? Let me know in the comments.